Right, we are back again in M&T. The Japan campaign, where Transoxionia seems to be taking over the Turkish area. The Ottomans have decided to just stop growing. Tunis is taking over a large portion of Maghreb. It's the parts that Portugal and Castile aren't slowly losing their grasp on to, well, a random tribe in the Sahara. Scandinavia formed. Ireland is mostly unified by France, of all places. Yeah. Oh, and China is a hot mess. It has been for quite a while. Oh, and Maya formed. So, that's nice and all. Technically it says that there's a looming disaster, however, that's only because I have overextension. So long as nothing interesting happens to the country, I can just slowly gain enough legitimacy to just make it so that doesn't happen at all. Yeah, I need to help develop the colony. Wow! Most of these I did not do. Seems like the burgers are also putting a lot of effort into making some money here as well. I'll keep helping develop them by getting up shipyards everywhere. Okay, so there's nothing to explore at the moment. Oh, and the Incas have formed as well. Although, judging by the size of their name, they're not much of an empire at the moment. Anyway, let's let the game actually run. I'm still coring a couple provinces, but I think as soon as Kaga's cored, that should lower my overextension. Not necessarily. Those are almost certainly rounded down, so I'll have to wait to this. Samowase. Simowuza. There. From how I pronounce it. Is fully cored. Ah yes, wasn't I preparing to build a university here? Yep, I was. I think I need to improve the infrastructure slightly. Well, then again, no, it doesn't need to be improved. Does it? No. Oh. Definitely not going to be grabbing any ideas of tech for a little while. Wow, there's also Renaissance already on Transoxionia's capital of Samarkand. Samarkand. Again, pronunciation is a bit of a hit and miss for me sometimes. Sadly, it doesn't seem like it's doing a good job. Well, it's over here. Banking, at least. It doesn't seem to be spreading any further. Agitations do take long while to spread. Come on, even sub-Saharan Africa apparently has a renaissance before I do. The heck's up with that? So it appears the missionary Takasago isn't doing anything. So. Oh yeah, it's because of all the unrest. Eh, why not? We'll keep the legitimacy ticking up faster. Oh, and it appears I get more legitimacy the more autonomous vassals I have. Interesting. Is it just the autonomous vassals? I should be able to tell. Okay, so Shimazu and Ryuka you in here. And then is Shimazu a subject? Yes. I'll probably annex Shimazu. There's no reason for me to keep them around. Besides, their capital actually seems to be quite valuable. Autonomy increased. I find it quite unlikely that I'll be able to do quite a bit with them. I do however want to increase the no, I don't actually need to. Think about it. What I'm trying to do is find provinces that have at least some development and a low level of autonomy, so I can just dump universities in there. That just doesn't have enough. I don't want to do a random province with nothing to it, though. While this may be a random province, it does have something to it, so I guess I'll just focus on getting a university up in Bison. Nothing wrong with that. No. I will not grant you that. I probably won't annex Ryukyu right away, though, simply because they're a merchant republic, or well, trade republic. It's equivalent. So they're actually just going to increase the amount of money I make just from existing. course, I won't keep them around forever. What would be the point of that? Since eventually I want to integrate them so I can get easier communication to Taiwan. So I'll have port in this area, these two areas, and then one in the MEIOU Islands sea tile. Which will then have one here, and that will minimize the costs. Oh yeah, terminal. Anyway, I've used up all my money way too quickly. Oh yes, the cork bottle stoppers. Does that have any effects? Price of wine changes. Okay then. Ooh yes. This is welcome news. Oh, that should lower some of the this unrest. Something increased the unrest again. That's well. Probably should work on forts again. Oh, wait a second. There we go. I just got that. I've been waiting around for 14 years, I think, for that one. And then you just go ahead and take it away from me. I see how it is. Okay. Well, our loan keeps going further and further ahead of MEIOU. Some of these names are a bit weirder than others. At least from Anglo standpoint. I mean, it is a human. It is from a human culture that's been isolated from a large portion of the world for thousands of years, maybe even tens of thousands. So it would make sense for the language to be a lot different. Especially with a language that has a convolvulated history anyway. I mean, invading England used to be quite the European pastime. If I was spending 10 ducats to get legitimacy and lower unrest in a huge variety of locations. Mais. Alone. Yeah, Alone's the one with the harbor. Anima Shrine for Katami. Again, a small amount of ducats for a heavy amount of unrest reduction. Definitely worth it. I like it when it lags visually and the banner goes all the way down here. Sure, why not Sataki? It's lowering my legitimacy in the short term, but I'll get those 2 points back in a little over a year. Say 14 months? There have been rumors about a kingdom in the north of the Americas ruled by white, blonde men whose treasury is overflowing of gold, silver, and rubies. An explorer, his fleet frozen in the mouth of a river, spent a month in Pitahauerat. Okay, let me try to pronounce that. Pitahauerat. Okay, I'll stop trying. And was told about the kingdom of Saguenay by the natives. With signs and gestures towards his gold and silver insignia, the natives relate that precious metals come from the northwest, from a tribe most aggressive in warmongering. They're as white of skin as the explorer himself, and clad similar. The inhabitants of Saguenay are numerous people, law-abiding and wealthy. I mean, I'm pretty sure the explorers are Japanese, but okay. Why not? What could possibly go wrong? Worst things worst, I lose some prestige. Best thing, I get a boatload of ducats without really having done anything. Okay, I definitely need to be careful. So, the Particulars are actually going to be my first rebel uprising in the game so far. Okay, so Takasago, Kairao, Usima. How many? Is there a rebel map mode? There should be. Green are separatists. Those are noble rebels. These are particularists. Tainan, Tokari, Wosima, Kairao, and Takasago. So it's not one of these provinces. 18. Okay, so... I think those are the 5, yeah. Rebels will rise up in the location with the highest amount of dev, and that happens to be the city up here in Tokati. So I need to be ready for that. I do need to eventually invest into more efforts in reducing comm time. Okay, so that should give me more income in manpower. Knew it. Happened to Tokati. Okay, that's a bit more than I expected. So you stay. You move all the way to here. Well, actually, you move to Katami. I'll send another army to support. Yeah, I think 20 prestige is worth it. And support. Like a general merit. There you go. There's your 20 prestige. Almost useless. Anyway. MEIOU finally has the level 3 goods active. Of course, IC doesn't even have it yet, but... give it some time. I could choose to grant naval supplies, or paper, or leather. I think I'll do paper. Yes, more admin points. So as for the moment, I don't actually plan on investing into tech, because I'm trying to get the corruption to go down. Because I recently increased it by a heavy amount by swapping from military elite to appointed elite, in order to lower unrest. Try to avoid a catastrophe. I wondered, am I still getting income from this city, despite the fact that it's under siege? Yep, okay. The bureaucrat is the best one. And also... His worst skill happens to be administrative. I'm sorry, but I don't think you have a life in bureaucracy. Or at least, I don't think you have a future in bureaucracy. Maybe you should actually get some training before you call yourself a bureaucrat. Then prestige, nice. There's also unrest in other locations. The Hosakawa Noble Rebels is a big one. Woohoo. Most of the province isn't even coastal. Oh well, at least mice raise a supply limit. Unlike fish, which doesn't do anything. It's annoying. And it's another hymn. Lovely. I'll just leave it. It's not that I have anything against actual hymns, it's more like I keep hearing them over and over again while playing M&T, so they're a bit annoying. Ours always will be. Centralized administration. Stability at least 2. Yeah, I guess I'm not going to be touching any privileges for a while. Okay. Alright, I should definitely win that fight. Especially since the... whatchamacallit? Attrition there has been whittling their numbers away more or less constantly. Yeah, the rebels are dead, so... well, that's it with them for now. No, I don't want to build in those 3 provinces. They're all pretty distant. Especially this one, which I still haven't bothered to build not railroads, roads into, so... Oh, yes! Oh boy, I'm gonna have to lower that inflation though. Well, then again, it's steady, so... What do I care at the moment? Phison's not a good idea. I still need to try to centralize this province as much as possible. Let me rephrase that. I need to try to assert as much control over the province as possible. There. I need to bring it down to 30% autonomy. To get rid of these two. Let's see here. Let's see here. Ah, they're all lit up. Huh, interesting. I'm not used to that. Anyway. Can I build anything over here that's helpful? It's still colonizing. Where is it? Naval dry dock. Requires natural harbor. Oh yeah. No, not there. Requires our power at least 5. Yeah. Already doing my best to try to get that under control. Actually, let's construct better roads into here. I can't cover the full cost yet with them. I don't care enough. Here I might as well just do trade wharf. It's faster anyway. Ah, there it is. Let's keep variety going and do leather. Whenever I get any boosts yet. I import ton. That's not a good sign. Urban production bonuses. I don't have enough of those, so... It's based on population, so the more I urbanize, the better. And whatnot, because every buff is a good buff. In some way, shape, or form. Although some happen to be next to useless, so... There's always that to think about. So how are you doing exploring? I have no idea where this is. I need more coastline as a reference point, please. You know what? I think I'll actually try to save up for building up a new level of capital in my capital. Since it's going to be permanent now. It's the new imperial capital, not Kyoto. I might as well build it up further. There really isn't a point in not doing so. That won't be necessary. Ah, the conquistador died. Can I send a conquistador to an army in neutral territory? Maybe. Well, since I don't have anything from China where them, I know that I need at least 30 goods production in order to... I need more than 30 goods produced in order to get the bonus. Okay, I know I need to get more than 33 goods produced in order to get the bonus. Okay, definitely 30. It might be that it just hasn't updated yet. Oh, our conquistador. Go off on a hunt. we need a new console. 214, that's 7, 3508. That's also 8. Probably should keep it balanced as possible. As balanced as possible. There. You know, think about it. How much funding is required for education level 6? Might as well. Seems like Korea is dealing with more rebels. Again. They were dealing with them at the start of the session. They're still needing to deal with them. What an unstable country. At least I'm not that unstable. I've only had one rebellion in 300 years. No, not 300. 200 years. So, very, very stable. Besides, it's not like I use a it's not like I brutally crush the rebels with my army. No, I chase them around with my armies and shoot at them until they're tired enough to give up. There's nothing brutal about efficiency. Of course, I'm joking here. But there's really no other way to deal with militant rebels in EU4 once they've risen up. Except hope someone else tries to brutally crush them for whatever reason. Expedition was greeted with great hospitality by the white inhabitants of the Kingdom of Sanguinai. They told a saga of having traveled on great boats some 100 years ago or so to Vinland, as they call this continent. Gold, silver, and ruby mines were soon found, and tribes around became interested in their findings, leading Sanguinai to build up a reputation as fierce and brutal warriors. They reluctantly shared their wealth with us after we showed our superiority with guns and swords. This is to the south. Is that the ocean? I think I'm in Louisiana. Anyway, I get a permanent trade buff. Which is nice. I guess they've nerfed the stuff. Wow, that is a lot more population. Yeah, if you ever play as a wife for whatever reason, it's gonna be it would be a lot of waiting if you try that. There's a Tahiti here somewhere. Oh wait, down here. Trade dispute against Kudai. They've reformed into a trade republic as well. Interesting. They have even less stuff, and they're tropical too. No farming efficiency, no rural urban infrastructure. And they have 100% tribal, so it's... Oh, yeah, it's not surprising that they're not making any money. It's similar with Hawaii. Anyway. Moving on. Okay, so the truce with Shumazu is over, which means that half the time I need to wait to integrate them is supposedly gone. Wait, they turned autonomous? No, come on. Dang it, they changed types. Great. I was hoping to be able to integrate them without any troubles whatsoever, but I guess that can't be the case. Oh well, nothing I can do about it now. Okay, yeah, I recognize the shape. This is definitely Louisiana. Anyway, Cairo has improved farming efficiency. Good for them, they've got a devastating famine going on. Rural saturation, 86.5%. What? Okay, I don't think the numbers are 100% there. They're off in some loopy world of their own. Oh. Guess I gotta replace an advisor. So Nama now has greater farming efficiency. Well, you're the only one that costs one. Besides, a discipline buff isn't that bad, even if it's that weak of a buff. Anyway, where is Sednano? I'm just not even going to bother. Of course they'd invest there. Figo. That's also over here. Simowuza. Another province with absurdly high levels of autonomy. Huh, state protected forest, must be something new. Has the price of fish gone down? That's even worse than I thought. Okay, Kaga. Yep, another high autonomy. province. I think I'll invest into trade harbor here. Noto. Ah. Bison? Yeah, I know what that is. Riku Taiyu. I'm not even going to bother trying to search for that because I don't remember where that is. Oh, it's over here. Right, this province. Yeah, praising my legitimacy will help prevent issues with unrest. Or, well, I should rephrase that. Prevent them from getting worse. Because it's already bad enough as it is in the moment. I don't want it getting worse. Right, in the interest of reducing unrest, let's continue building up forts. Specifically in areas where I would not want local fortifications to be able to take over. Although it does look like most of the local fortifications have actually dismantled themselves. Except in areas where I'm just gonna face it, the owners of the province definitely do not want me getting more control. Let's see here. Okay, so even if it reduces only by one level, that's okay. Actually, I have to go all the completely away before I can get something out of that. Timber management. Forestry policy. State forest. You cannot have more than one state forest, unique or not. I've got 2. Trade options. The more advanced civil tax, the more they will consume it. Well, great. I'm gonna be careful with how many ships I build then. And I have to be careful about how many shipyards I build. Because that's going to constantly cost timber, and over time, the negative effects of timber are going to be very damaging. There's 2 locations where I can actually build up. Try and get. How much production skill am I gaining? Well, I can't do anything, so. See, I'm not actually gaining any skill. Mr. Urban Production. It's not getting any skill either, so it would be in my interest not to do anything there. Well, wouldn't it say skill gain per year at the bottom? No. Simply not enough population for that. There is enough so I can build this. That would definitely be in my interest to promote as much of the goods as possible. Policy of tolerance, timber supplier. Okay, I changed around to timber supplier, so dev level 7 teaming. Okay, so yep, don't seem to be affected by any of those. Also losing quite a bit of centralization. Okay. Well, I'll let the year pass over. I'll check my stability and see how my education system is doing, and then I'll end the session here. I'm thinking of actually splitting up my current trade fleet and sending more ships off in different directions into other trade nodes to try to get more trade. Okay, so it's going to be another 10 years. It hasn't updated the stability level yet. That happens a couple days after the 1st of January, so the education level is increasing pretty rapidly, which is good. Say another level, and then I'll try to tech up as much as I can. And using Unite the Region in order to... And maybe Unite Japan as well. In order to grab a ton of tech all at once. I'm also intentionally letting myself fall behind a bit in order to get a stronger neighbor bonus off of Korea. Anyway. I'll save the game here. And I will see you again tomorrow. Until then.